Okay, clase, buen día. I just wanted to jump in here and give you a video guide through our activities in capítulo 7. By this point, we've finished with capítulo 6. So you know the ritmo, the pace of the course, so we're just going to continue forward. In this chapter, we're going to continue focusing on talking about the past tense, but especially based on our experiences in different levels of schooling. So our first activity is about what public schools look like in different countries. So feel free to explore the differences, diferencias y semejanzas, things that are different, things that are similar to what you've experienced in los Estados Unidos. Okay. As a continuation from chapter 6, we're going to continue working on irregular preterite tense verbs. Just take advantage of that. We've included videos here on YouTube to get more explanation, so make sure and check those out as well. Remember for the online class that we're expected to complete all of the en clase and the en casa activities. This whole page is dealing with the same context of a feliz cumpleaños para la abuela. Okay, so enjoy practicing that. In our second part of the book, or second part of this chapter, Llaves dos, we're going to introduce another past tense in Spanish called the imperfect tense. The equivalent in English would be talking about what we used to do when we were a certain age. The big difference being that preterite tense is used for specific times in the past, whereas the imperfect tense is used for general times in the past. So like when you were in elementary school or in middle school or in high school, that's what the questions are asking here. Okay. Just follow through and make sure and read carefully all of the explanations. And again, we've included videos to help explain. Just wanted to make one comment here. Some of you have expressed difficulties with hearing the audio files that are embedded here in the course. And just a reminder, as we did in chapter 6 in capítulo 6, that these audio files work best on a computer in Google Chrome, not Safari if you're using Mac products. Regardless of whichever system you're on, at the bottom of the page, there are indications on troubleshooting different things. And so if you're having troubles viewing or listening to something, please make sure and go through this checklist to make sure you have all of the appropriate plugins for your device that you're listening to them on. Okay. Right. In this chapter, we're going to be doing our diario dos. ¿Qué hacías en? What did you used to do? And it's going to have 3 different short paragraphs. What did you used to do en la escuela primaria? Things that you did on a regular basis en la primaria. Primaria is elementary school. What you used to do. ¿Qué hacías en la escuela secundaria? Middle school. ¿Y qué hacías en la escuela preparatoria? High school. Okay, so you can just follow the instructions there. Again, this will be submitted through Canvas as with the diario número 1. Okay, in our last section of this chapter, we're going to continue exploring the imperfecto, specifically with what we call the progressive form, el imperfecto. So we'll be using the imperfecto del verbo estar and then the ando or the yendo forms. So you'll see the examples and practices here. Okay. All right. Whenever there is a section near the end of the chapter called Cultura en Canciones or Cultura en Videos or Gramática en Video, this is an activity that you can do and also count as one of the possibilities for your 3Cs activity for the chapter. If you decide to do this activity for a 3Cs, for 3Cs credit, please just reference, for example, in this case, I did the actividad soy el mismo in your 3Cs section, okay? And that way we'll know to look for your submission in the book. So you just have to reference it in Canvas. All right? We have had a couple of questions on the 3Cs portfolio. Each chapter, at the end of the chapter, there are some recommendations for activities. These are just recommendations. You don't need to do them as a requirement, but since we're expected to do 2 each chapter, you can pick from this. If you have uncompleted ones from previous chapters, it's okay to go back and complete some and add on as you go. Okay, so if you have another idea for something you'd like to do, please email me, your instructor, or to get permission to do that beforehand. This section at the end with can-do statements is not a possibility for 3Cs. There's a autoevaluación that will be at the end of this course. Okay? All right, well, that's it. There's the vocabulary, and we always end off with the final quiz. So please let me know if you have any preguntas. Okay? Adios.